step by nigga? Who gon' step?
It's week 18 of the NFL, and we've got the Dolphins offensive.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This taken in by Kincaid. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. You talk about this Miami defense. Well, this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window. Because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Deron Payne coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it'll be Dolphin football. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Kind of an odd schedule this year. These two teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15, and it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. He's going to take another shot here. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Dolphins put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. So here come the Bills out for their second drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Another toe for Etienne. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say,
pressure comes and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other.
And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play there for Miami. 73 yards.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Bills ready to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Now they'll throw here. Out of the gun. Under pressure, they got him again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. The Bills getting set to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Now here's a throw that's complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Bills send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Butker now to kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about as an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does. Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Hey, 21 T8. Yeah. 21G.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes this 35-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee And they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Travis Etienne.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Travis Etienne
with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Bills are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Miami set to take over. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
So left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line.
Watch it, Oscar. 20, TX. Out.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A big play there. 48 yards.
And the Dolphins have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne.
And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Now a play fake here on 1st down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin.
Hang on now, we're going to pause here. We've got an injured player.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. The Bills send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line.
Miami's offense set and ready to go.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. He's got a man complete.
Still
taken down at the 4-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 81 yards.
Big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Dolphins have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Davis. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Left side caught by Diggs. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Throw right side, caught by Davis.
They should have put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
2nd and inches at the 24-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty. And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And he missed it. It's no good. And they will remain well behind.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Ready. Let's go. Corner, long. Hey.
2 and now on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. And the
minutes of the first half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, where it was the visiting Bears who come in and get the victory on the road. 16-10, the final.
Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the
half gets started. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Hey, 21 TA. Scat. Out.
setting to throw on first down is Tua. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown. A big play there.
70 yards. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Now ETN to start the drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 after 24-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Caught right side, Davis. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
He'll look to throw.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Here we go, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Cam Smith.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, He's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. 67 yards.
And the Dolphins are pouring it on.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And the Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing? Well, I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
20, TX.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
No sign of Tua departing. Fourth down. They're going for it.
Solo left side. Let's go.
Tagovailoa going for it on fourth down.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown.
A great effort there. 76 yards. And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Bills offense back out onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
The Bills send the punter out, standing just about on his own goal line. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at about the 32. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown Dolphins. A big play there. 68 yards.
And the Dolphins extend their lead yet again. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And now out come the Bills.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got the hook up with Diggs.
Down the left sideline.
A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So a big play there that's going to settle up with 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Etienne going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
He'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
And, CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time out, you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just saved those calls for this possession.
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Miami. 66 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one on to the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Achane is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Bunker on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Shoves him aside. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Etienne once more, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Bass is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Solo left Zion.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. He's going to go up top again. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Miami. 65 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big 4th quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with his second touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 43. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll drop to throw.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on it. Perfect time to dial up the blitz, and excellent call.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On play action, they'll throw.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
They'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and it'll be Dolphin football.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. But maybe some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Buffalo set to get the football back here. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might down here give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 for his career is number 589. So